Our household always revolved around money, even though my mom made more than enough money and we were not struggling by any means. She complained about every single thing she had to buy for us. Everything. Food, clothes, medical expenses, toys, laptops and phones, school costs, everything. We always knew exactly how much we were costing her. We didn't dare ask for unnecessary things like leisure activities or expensive toys or hobby supplies. We started working very young, and she manipulated and guilted us to give her all the money we earned to pay off what we owed. When I turned 18, she completely cut me off financially, but kindly offered to let me rent my bedroom out from her and sent me an invoice for every cent I've ever cost her, totaling over $700,000. She billed me for Christmas and birthday presents. She even billed me for her medical expenses for the pregnancy and delivery and wanted me to backpay rent to live in the house from birth. She did the same to my sister 2 years later when she turned 18. We were supposed to pay her back over time starting the day we turned 18. Both of us were still dealing with a lot of internalized guilt from her constant manipulation, so we actually did pay for a while. Aside from necessary expenses, our entire paychecks were going to her. We rented our bedrooms in her house, and she separated her food, cleaning supplies, cookware and tableware, etc. from ours and charged us to use them. She generously included the use of household appliances in our rent. It wasn't until I was 21 and my sister was 19 that enough people had told us this whole arrangement was unhinged that we finally snapped out of it. We moved out together and have stopped paying our mom or even contacting her at all. Fair enough. Now invoice her for life costs going forward since she birthed you without your consent. I'm glad you and your sister finally moved out. People like this amaze me. Why even have children? You didn't ask to be brought into this world, you owe her nothing. Did the mom have to pay back her mom, OP's grandmother, for being raised? What kind of insane logic is this? Cripple your kids with debt from day. Is a surefire way to teach them good monetary skills later in life? Or just straight up so obsessed with money they charge everyone and anyone way to set an example? Your mother has many issues, she may consider using some of her money to get some help, you can't go through life monetizing family. So this all happened about 2 years ago, but it's one of many crappy things my mom, 35F, and stepfather, 56M, did that I have visual proof of. It was Valentine's Day and one thing about my mom, and is that she is very flashy during the holidays. We're talking crap tons of expensive gifts, parties, and a house covered in decorations. All of that can be fine, but every time I received a gift from her it was metaphorically held over my head. I didn't do something correctly? I'm ungrateful and a horrible child that could never deserve their gifts and must be constantly reminded of that. That Valentine's Day my mom gathered us in the living room to open gifts from her. More than just chocolate or a card, but actual gifts. If it weren't for the pink heart decorations you would have thought it was Christmas. Then my mom whips out this book she custom ordered. It was supposed to be a children's picture book about our family that the little ones could read as they got older. The problem was that I was nowhere in that book. I wasn't on the cover, I wasn't on any of the pages, and I especially wasn't on the front page where my siblings' names were clearly listed. Her only excuse was that I was being represented by the company's mascot which appeared throughout the book. On the intro page it says verbatim, "Happy Valentine's Day. For my beautiful children. We love you with all our hearts. We cannot wait to see what God has planned for your life. Love, Mommy and Daddy 2021." Cut her out, be free, and live your life. Don't surround yourself with people like this unless you have to. OP. Luckily I moved out a month after my 18th birthday, technically ran away, she and I talked a little at first, but it wasn't a conversation if you get what I mean. She has actually cut contact with me completely, and I can't contact her or my underage siblings under her roof but my mental health is better. As a father of 2 kids, this makes me sick. Can't even imagine how screwed her mind must be and what caused it. Write off her completely and have a wonderful life. We cannot wait to see what God has planned for your life. Get out. From personal experience, anyone who talks like this while excluding manipulating their children is flat evil. OP. Oh dude, the amount of times she blamed my depression on not praying enough. Or when I told her I was an atheist and she told me that I'll never be able to love my BF if I don't love God. I was accepted into college and my dad, who's never finished high school, and stepmom who dropped out of college, tells me I wasn't. So throughout the whole process of applying to schools, there was this specific college they wanted me to apply to, which wasn't an issue. I applied, had my senior advisor send my transcripts, and turned in the essay. After this process was complete, I told my parents that my application was complete. My dad then asks to see my essay. I told him that I'd prefer not to share it and that I didn't have a copy of it anyway because I copied and pasted it to the school's website, and that was that. At first, he made it seem like it wasn't an issue. Until his wife, stepmom, heard. And now they're genuinely offended. They then go on a rant about how I'm weird because I won't let them see what I wrote, and it all went downhill from here. They start accusing me of never actually submitting an application because they wanted to see the essay. So I show them a screenshot of the website saying that all the requirements, essay and transcripts, were received. This still wasn't good enough. Sometime later, I receive several crazy and erratic texts in all caps from my stepmom saying that she spoke with the admissions counselor and I lied about applying and that they don't even know who I am. But when I asked her who she spoke with, she never gave me an answer. I was ridiculed and called a liar for days without any proof. So sometime later, while going through my email, I see a letter from the school stating my acceptance. So I show my dad first and he's happy, but then when I confront my stepmom and ask if can she tell me who she spoke to that stated I never submitted my application, she goes crazy. She tells me to my face that what I was reading wasn't an acceptance letter. Wow. Then my dad starts agreeing with her. At this point, I think they're crazy. They told me because it stated congratulations. We are pleased to offer you admission. Instead of you have been accepted. That it wasn't an acceptance. I didn't even receive congratulations from them. It's like they want me to fail. All I wanted was an apology and congrats. So as I'm talking to them, they keep going back to the essay. The one they never saw. Well, where's the damn essay? No apology for calling me a liar and literally tormenting me. Instead, they deny the truth that's in front of their face because they can never be wrong. Oh, and the reason they're so pressed about knowing what the essay said is because they're afraid it's about them. Boy, does that guilty conscience speak. When they finally admit I was accepted, I ask them for an apology and they simply tell me so what, get thicker skin, I can no longer deal with them because it will literally kill me. Just don't inform them or include them in anything anymore. You're going to college, you're an adult. Just take care of your own business and keep them out of the loop. They honestly sound like idiots. I'm so sorry. This is completely unacceptable behavior for parents. I am a mom, so I'll pretend that you're my child for a moment, okay? I am so proud of you. You worked so hard to get into that school, and it really paid off. You truly deserve to be accepted. I know your essay was written with heart. You are going to do such great things, and I cannot wait to see them. I hope you take a moment to just breathe and realize how wonderful I think you are. I am hugging you so tightly and smothering your cheeks with kisses, my smart little shoe. Feel free to let me know if you need anything at all, okay? I am so excited for your next steps into adulthood. I feel like they wanted to get a copy of the essay and give it to another family member or half-step sibling, or as something to parade and show off. Or something to ridicule you with if they didn't like it.